Hello, my name is Sergey. I'm game developer from St. Petersburg, and today I want to show you my last project. This is a collection card game, which is rather close to Hearthstone and Magic the Gathering. If you know this kind of games, this game also should be similar for you, familiar for you, and you can play it rather easily. First of all, we also have some collection of cards which we have already opened earlier or crafted, and we can create any original decks with those cards which we have already opened earlier. When we create a new deck, we can choose three main fractions. At the moment we have like government fraction, barbarian and gangsters. So we play in for any of this fraction in future world after nuclear war and all these fractions live in South America continent, near the Montevideo city. They all have their own mission. I don't want to describe it right now. I just want to show you the technical abilities of our game at the moment, and later I will explain you the main idea of setting of conception. So let's create a deck right now. We have some cards which are original for this fraction. Also we have some support cards, some assistant cards which can take any player in his deck, and I want to take this card right now. I want to make deck with 15 robots. We also can take monsters or androids, keyboards as support cards, but now I take only the robots in this deck, and I call this deck robots. We need two more cards. Okay. Let's take this one. And also we should create one more deck for another player who also can join to this game, to the lobby, and invite other players to play game. So at this time we make another deck with for example androids. Yes, that was androids. Okay, now we have two decks, robots and androids, and we can play against each other. So let's first player choose robot, another player choose androids. As you can see, both players join to lobby and can invite other player to play in game. We have 3 mode of games. In sprint mode let us to play rather quick kind of type of game. Regular is traditional kind of game, and control I think in future will make a mode where the player can see all his cards, which all cards will be in his hand right at the beginning of the game. So I want to try this type of game, this type of match in future. So that's why we have 3 kind of mode and we can choose any one. We choose regular and invite another player to play with us in regular kind of. When the match starts, every player has some cards in his hand. Right at the beginning he can change any cards to another. Also the second player also can make the same thing, and as you can see, this player can now play the card which costs 1 mana. He doesn't have this card, so he give the step to another player. This player has 1 card which costs 1 mana, that's why he can play this right now. This player still don't have any cards. This one can now attack the opponent hero. Finally, this player also put some minions on the table. As you can see, this minion has widget. It means that he has some ability. As far as I remember, black dot means that he has ability which works after this minion die. And we have a lot of different abilities. Every minion has his own list of abilities, and activation of this ability depends of a lot of any different thing. One minion can activate abilities in the beginning of the step, another one can activate in the end of step, someone works when the minion put on the table, another one listening some events like player play spell card, player add another minion at the table, some minion die, some minion wound, and a lot of different things. More of that, I want to show you that we have something like admin panel, like GUI for game designer who can create any abilities for cards, any aptitudes right in this panel. For example, we want to create new minion card. We should first of all choose some title, some attack value, health value, some price, mana cost. We can describe what this minion can do. After that we choose which kind of card it will be. This card will be the minion, that's why we stay this flag open, close to this two assistant flags, and then create some aptitude for this card. When we create aptitude, we can choose first of all type of this aptitude. We have over the 1,000 different type of aptitudes, and we can activate them. Also, we can choose any period when we want to activate this aptitude. On start step, end step, when self-placed, when associate placed, when I don't know, when someone attack or someone I don't know, a lot of different periods when it can be activated. Also, we can choose what level should be for this aptitude selected. For example, we can activate aptitude for only one minion, self minion who has this aptitude, or for all minions on the table, for random minion on the table, for selected minion on the table, for neighbors, for card, for minion who was right now spell target, who was wounded, and something like that. So we can configure a lot of different situations and a lot of different aptitudes. Depends of ideas of game designer and players who try to set a new game mechanic for any card. We also have a lot of assistant values, like for example this one is probability of activation. If we choose here 15, for example, this aptitude will be activated with 30% probability. So I don't want to explain anything right now, but this is rather clever system which can let us to configure any card, any minion or any spell card for our matches. As you know, every player tried to win damaging the opponent hero and waiting when his health will be the zero, or this will be the end of the match and winning of those players who make this damage first one. So that's why every player play any original card, and with his own original tactic to try make maximum damage in this match is faster than second player. I don't want to describe right now every aptitude, every abilities of every card. You can try to play in this prototype yourself, because at the moment we download our prototype on the domain last-argument.ru on the 1000 port, and for those people who are interested in this project and want to know what we make right now, you can visit this website and play in it. But in close future we will also close the project and invite only 1000 or only 100 players to continue playing this game in closed alpha. Telling two words about the community, I want to explain you several things. First of all, we want to make forming our community, we want to make this process also some kind of game. We want to divide this process on several steps. In every step we should invite some count of players. We hope it will be 4 or 5 steps. In every step we will invite more players, and in every step we also will invent some original suggestions for these players. For example, on the first step we want to suggest these 100 players to invent some original card for every player. So maybe it's rather extreme idea, but maybe we will try to do this. We let every player to invent some original card and let the player play this card. Only this player can play this original card. In some other steps where our community will be more, we will invite more members. We also will invent some original interesting ideas which led us to invite more players. And also you want to think about the relationships between those players who will be invited first and those players who will be invited second and third and other steps. So it should be like intro communities. I don't know how to explain it, but I think it will be rather interesting. We don't want to advertise our application or publish it in the App Store at the moment. We want to make a really interesting close research with those players who have already played a lot of hours in some other collection card games, and they are ready to try the power in invent some original cards and think about the strong side of any fraction, I mean government, or maybe barbarian, or maybe gangsters fraction. We want to divide this community on 3 groups of fraction, and every player can play only for one fraction in these early stages of our game growing up. And I think it should be really interesting process. That's what I want to explain you. In conclusion, I want to say that the most strongest part of our project at the moment is that we have engine, we have instrument to make close research in collection card game type of games and try to find some original ideas in this kind of games, so we can invite some players in closed website and let them suggest us new game, new card, new fight mechanics for every card, and we will try to realize these ideas. We let every player to invent any original card for his account and let them play these cards against each other. I think this will be the base of forming the game community, and after we will make this research, we will see how interesting can be our game in future for those people. That is all what I want to say at the moment about my project. Thank you for your attention and good luck.